For sure, copy.
Okay.
Hunter fit a good shopping.
EthiopianAfrica.tv to vote for who takes home the KCA on Wednesday, 8 March at 4 p.m. on Nick2's DSTV channel 308.
If you're looking to revitalize your home, nothing does more for your house than Warrior's longer-lasting paint in sublime finishes. Warrior Paint has a wide range of interior or exterior products in a broad spectrum of colors to create your dream house. With incredible price savings and a dedicated team of professionals, Warrior Paint is your go-to paint store. Find your nearest store on warriorpaints.co.za. Warrior Paints. Affordable, lasting luxury.
Imagine stepping into an embodiment of luxury, a timeless masterpiece meticulously crafted to elevate the journey that awaits. Discover the ideal Mercedes-Benz for your lifestyle and get unbeatable offers starting from prime -1%. Experience the ultimate in luxury with class-leading models ranging from electric to sedans to SUVs. You can have it all. Visit mercedes-benz.co.za and book a test drive today. T&Cs apply. This is Eyewitness News.
Accounts of a dire situation at Charlotte Maclaika Hospital.
But we had one guy left outside the casualty. We saw them there and did what we could for them.
And the government says it will do everything to help the family of baby Khanya who died at preschool. Good afternoon, I'm Sliso Zulum. A doctor at the Charlotte Maclaika Academic Hospital says despite being allowed entry into the facility, they've had to operate with scant resources today. All entrances leading to the facility have been closed by striking healthcare workers affiliated to Union Nahau as they demand a wage increase. They want a hike of at least 10%, but the employer is offering a 4.7% increase. Dr. Nicholas has told 702 Drive with Dawn Calvin that getting into the hospital
Go
has
fit
been
a good.
We went from ambulance divert.
Normal exam.
To divert our ambulance to the way
Normal exam.
to our other hospitals like Salem and Barra.
King, shopper ASOC.
But we had one guy left outside the casualty. We saw them there and did what we could for them.
Meanwhile, patients who were turned away at Charlotte Maclaika say they fear that the strike will prevent them from receiving medical help for longer periods of time. Operations at the hospital have come to a halt where workers affiliated to Nahau have abandoned their posts, joining a countrywide strike. Patients continue to be turned back by security at the facility, telling them that there's no staff available to give them medical care. Yore Motswere is there.
Following hours of waiting without getting help at the Charlotte Maclaika Hospital, many patients have resorted to going back home. The patients say they fear this will lead to them missing their appointments to collect medication and others not being able to undergo chemotherapy treatments. This patient told Eyewitness News that the uncertainty will affect him financially as well.
If my friend comes here, then I'll have another call.
Another patient who brought her son to the hospital said while she was given medication for his possible appendicitis, he could not breathe. The patient said they were told to return to the hospital with operation.
In Ekurhuleni, Nahau and Dinosa members who are on strike say the wage increase will help them recover from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. However, government insists that it can only offer a 4.7% hike. Nurses and health practitioners at the Tembisa Hospital have been protesting since Monday this week in a bid to have their demands met. Alfarano Shwana has more from Tembisa.
Tembisa Hospital nurses who have been demanding a wage increase have expressed that a 10% increase will go a long way in assisting their families. This healthcare worker says he has been struggling to make ends meet ever since we received a salary cut.
3% is just in to the workers. I've got the money today, tomorrow that money is finished.
Another worker says she's concerned about the government's reluctance to meet them halfway.
We can afford our houses and petrol also. It's a government of dictatorship.
They say they will be returning to the streets tomorrow morning in a bid to have their demands met. Far from Shwana, Eyewitness News in Tembisa.
Gauteng Education MEC Marumo says the department will spare no resources in its investigation into a freak accident at Little Ashford Preschool, which led to the death of a toddler. 3-year-old Khanya Mokele succumbed to severe injuries after a 2-meter tall bookshelf collapsed on him yesterday. Shilwane visited the school in Bedford View this afternoon, where he met with the family as well as officials, including the school principal and CEO of the Ashford Group. Khanya is there.
Gauteng Education MEC Marumo says a parallel investigation has been launched by the department to probe claims of negligence against the school-wide family. The Mokele family accuses staff at Little Ashford Preschool of failing to take precautionary measures to prevent an incident like the one that killed 3-year-old Khanya. Shilwane says the department's probe will focus on compliance. While the MEC says he doesn't want to prejudge the outcome of investigations, he talked to the school. Shilwane adds the investigation will determine the school's fate. Eyewitness News, Bedford.
The state, in the case against 10 suspected cash and transit robbers, has handed the docket over to Legal Aid South Africa to prepare for trial. 4 of the men linked to a shootout in Rosettenville last year made a brief appearance in the Johannesburg High Court today. The gang are facing 8 counts of murder, including possession of unlicensed firearms and prohibited ammunition, and a conspiracy to commit robbery with aggravating circumstances. They were arrested allegedly while on their way to a heist. 8 suspects died and a police officer was shot. Khomotso Modise was in court.
The last time the gang of 10 made an appearance in the Johannesburg High Court, 4 of the men did not have legal representatives. The matter was postponed to today for legal aid to process their application. State Prosecutor Rodondo Kuwa has told the court that their application has been approved. Judge William Karam informed the accused that a lawyer would be assigned to their case. The NPA's Kindim Jonondwan.
Legal aid to then decide whether all of them will be represented by one counsel or it will be 4 or more than one counsel that will represent all 4 of them.
The state has handed over copies of the indictment and docket for the purposes of trial. Khomotso Modise, Eyewitness News at the Johannesburg High Court.
Gold's trading at $1,814.06 an ounce. The rand is at 18.61 to the dollar, 22.02 to the pound, 19.62 to the euro. Brent crude oil is at $83.46 a barrel.
If you've got a flight to catch at Lanseria International Airport, or perhaps fetching someone on 14 is a no-go area. This is heading west, well over 45-minute long delays. There's a collision just before Malibonga Drive off-ramp. R114 is an alternative. Of course, it does have delays there. 20 minutes also heading west. Williamito Drive is also another alternative. It is free-flowing, but it is Williamito Drive. And then the N1 North also seeing some slow-moving traffic on
Sports. The latest from the Wanderers, where it's day 1 of the second and final test between the Proteas and the West Indies. Bruno Fernandes to remain Manchester United captain, and Russian and Belarusian players expected back at Wimbledon this year.
A fine day in store for Gauteng tomorrow, becoming partly cloudy. Johannesburg dropping to an overnight low of 15 degrees, peaking at 29. Pretoria 17 and 31. Vereeniging 15 and 28. The top story in Eyewitness News this hour: a doctor at the Charlotte Academic Hospital says despite being allowed entry into the facility, they've had to operate with scant resources today.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za.
You're with John Perlman on 702. Let's walk the talk on 92.7
and 106 FM.
702 Drive, it's 8 minutes past 4 as we consider and talk about what's been happening in this hospital strike situation. On the one hand, we've weighed up doctors and others trying to provide services. We've heard about patients who are desperately going to private doctors asking to help, for example, as we've just heard, with deliveries. Then on the other hand, we have the unions saying that this is all being compounded by the fact that government has not dealt with wage demands and have gone back on promises. There's a third element to it as well, and that is the extraordinary levels of waste in corruption in the public health sector. We've spoken at great length and often on the show about what happened out at the Tembisa Hospital. There's the money that was wasted on the Anglo Gold Ashanti Hospital at the beginning of the COVID pandemic that was never used. So A third element to weigh up as we consider the rights and wrongs of this issue. Give us your views. 011-883-0702.
702. WhatsApp John
on 072
702
1702.
Hi, John and team. Good afternoon to you all. I think now that you're mentioning the load shedding issue, I believe there's another important aspect in terms of intersections during load shedding. People need to be wary when they are crossing intersections on the top of the hour where load shedding is scheduled to either start or end, because you might find yourself driving through an intersection and immediately the electricity comes back and a robot that was a four-way stop now has green facing one direction and you're halfway through the intersection. There's a very big risk of people getting T-boned during power coming off and power going on and off.
It has just been so sad. I hope tomorrow will be better, because we got there at before 6 o'clock in the morning to avoid all this, but we catch up so much with the activities every day, but we did the most that we can. It's quite sad. It's again hospital.
Yeah, incredibly sad, heartbreaking, I think, as well, and mothers now left with babies and small children in ICU. A real catastrophe, I think, is taking shape here, and I'm wondering if there's anything that the authorities can do to at least put a temporary stay on what's going on in these hospitals. At least for some units, you would have thought that there would be some prioritization of ICU and others that have people who are extremely, extremely sick. 11 minutes past 4.
702.
Coming up at 5:10.
The newsmaker of the day.
Okay, let's get into a story that I spoke about a little bit earlier. This really is quite intriguing stuff. It's been discussed for a while, but it's really coming into its own now. At the University of Johannesburg, working together with the Department of Science and Innovation and the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Human Settlements, they have in 8 hours built a low-cost house using 3D printing technology. I have to say that I cannot picture this. But we've got someone with us who has been directly involved with this and is going to explain it to us from A to Z, as the Americans would say. Professor Jeffrey Mahachi is head of school at the Department of Civil Engineering and the Built Environment at the University of Johannesburg. Prof, welcome and thanks very much for your time. I can't get beyond, in my conception of these things, the word printing. What does the word printing in this process actually refer to? Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, John, and good afternoon to the listeners, and thank you for inviting me to the show. 3D printing is a very interesting technology, a transformative technology that the Department of Science and Innovation initiated and said, hey, University of Johannesburg, can you actually look into this technology and explore? We know that we have got a huge housing backlog. Is there a technology that you can actually look at and advance the delivery of housing in South Africa? So to just answer your question, what is this 3D printing? John, I assume that you at some point printed a web document.
Yes, I have. I've often waited while it goes. That's probably why I'm nervous about this, but yes,
You can print it a web document, right? What you see is what you get. So this is a Word document. You want some letters in bold, some to be underlined, italics. Once you're happy with your document, what you do, you press the button print and you go.
Okay. Just wondering if we've lost Prof. Mahachi. We might have. Don't know what happened to that line. That line was not our friend. We'll get out into the traffic right now, give you an update on what's happening on the roads. We'll get back to that 3B house just as soon as we possibly can.
EWN Traffic.
Sorry,
This
mistake.
Eyewitness News Traffic is brought to you by SAA. The ones who fly SAA's growing route network, now flying to Blantyre, Lilongwe, Vic Falls and Windhoek. Evangelion Zuza with the latest time.
A very good afternoon. Let's start in aviation there in the city of Ekurhuleni. Flight SA343 leaving Rotterdam for the mother city is going to be leaving at a scheduled time of 4:35. So that means it's going to about 30 minutes, exactly 30 minutes to make it there. But we're not quite to
Thank you.
SA571 leaving for Durban at 6 p.m. also still scheduled for that time. Now from the east to the west, if you're heading towards International Airport via the M15 West, there is
white or brown?
Long delays. There's a brown. The R114 is an alternative.
Brown.
Also got 20-minute long. The drive is free flowing. From northwest.
Oh, it's white and brown.
N1 North is called
white and brown.
Allendale Road.
Okay, white and brown. Déjà Albani kapa.
M1 South also starting to see a bit of queue and pressure from the Chicago as heading towards Parktown until you get to the Johannesburg CBD.
Reka Sasko. Jare. One Albert Mon Sasko.
Le Maraconton déjà brown. Reka brown coffee.